In Cubase, there are a few different ways to bypass either individual frequencies of the equalizer or the entire equalizer itself. If you want to bypass any one of the 4 parametric frequency bands inside of the EQ, you can just turn off the power button, and that will turn off individual parts of the equalizer. Or if you want to turn them all off in one fell swoop, when you have the Cubase equalizer control panel called up, you could just hit this little button, which bypasses all of the equalizer. You see how it dims out? And that little control is also linked to the EQ bypass on the master fader. And that works the same way as any audio or instrument channel inside of Cubase. In other words, if you're nowhere near the control panel of the equalizer and you want to bypass it, see this little button on the master fader and see how it's green? Well, that's the EQ bypass button on the master fader. So you can enable or disable that EQ simply by hitting the channel's bypass button. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to hit the edit button again so that I can see my equalizer, and then by using the bypass button on the control panel, see how the master fader's bypass dims out to yellow? Yellow means that the equalizer is bypassed, and green means that the EQ is enabled. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and press play on our Cubase project. That's with the EQ on, but if you want to hear it with it off, just hit the bypass button. And now let's listen to some different equalizer presets.